Hello. Hi, Pamela.
Shannon.
Hi, Marcia. Hi, Denise. There's Janice. Janice, you have this ghost appearance happening.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, I do, huh? That's creepy.
Kind of
What's
transparent. We're not fully around here.
happening? That's strange. Let me fix that.
Hi, Angela. Hi, Leora. Hi, Melissa.
Funny.
Stephanie. Alma. Cherise. Hi, ladies. Marcia. So good to see you all. Woo, it's your first official class.
Yes, and I'm so
Got your
excited.
boots
Those
on.
beads are so beautiful that they made. Out of
They
paper.
are
They're just
gorgeous.
so
I was in Africa in Uganda in December a year
really
ago,
wow.
and I was in the market where the women who actually make those beads
Uh,
and all their other crafts are, and it's amazing. And it was so fun to be in those markets and to be talking to those women who were making them, and it's pretty an amazing experience.
well, it's beautiful. I think about them every time I see them now. Yeah.
Yeah.
And our others.
There
Yeah.
are radical Ugandan women out there doing amazing things. I met some powerhouse Ugandans.
It's so
They
exciting to
taught
be
me a
able to
lot.
contribute like that
Yeah, it
to the
was
businesses.
fun.
Yeah.
Super big up level for me. Well, I'm excited to have you guys here. Welcome, welcome. This is your Jumpstart call, and we're going to weave you right into your first ever training call. Sage is joining us at 11, and I am honored to have Megan Neely by my side today. Coach Megan Neely is here, and we're going to be going over a master plan with you. And so before we dive into that, I just want to get us connected, because one of the things I know that helps me stay out of overwhelm is feeling connected outside of myself, connected inside of myself, knowing that I'm not doing this alone, and really staying clear on what is, right in front of me to focus on what my next steps are. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's just get ourselves connected here and lean in and give us your eyes. If you can, turn your camera on. Being present on these calls is one of the things that's actually going to make you successful in your leadership. Showing up, being as present as you can be, not multitasking. Look at those beautiful eyes. Just take some of the eyes in of your sisters. Give us a nod that you're here. You're here with us. Awesome. Thumbs up. Okay, good. So today, I have a couple announcements, and today we're going to be talking about your master plan and the things that will really support you to get your first few paying clients as soon as possible. So we're excited to bring that to you today. Let me just pull up, where'd my notes go? There we go. And before we dive in, I want to just say we extended the video challenge, and we have one more Gold Pass winner today. So I want to announce our Gold Pass winner for posting a video, taking that scary action. Every single video that I saw that you all posted, I know that it took a lot for you guys to post those. I know, because I do it. I do it myself, and putting it out there is always a fry. Like, you want to take 100 takes and everything. And this video contest winner really just stayed true to her message, and took the risk, got visible. And so I want to just give congratulations to, drum roll please, she's right here and I'm looking at her, Mary Lel, or is it Lely? Oh, Lely. You can tell me how to say your name, Mary.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hi, Lely.
Lily, Great.
Yes.
Very lovely.
Yeah. Thank you.
Congratulations. You get a gold pass and you'll get an email about that and you can get that booked. But we loved your video. Good job for getting it out there and getting your message
Thank
out. It
you.
was super clear. So go check it out.
Yeah, it wasn't 100 tries. It was actually over 250.
You earned this gold pass session.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Kiss for Mary.
Ah.
Mwah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. All right. That's exciting. You guys are amazing in making your videos. I want to let you guys know that the Jumpstart trainings are now in your orientation tile in your classes tab. So when you're in your member site for ELA, classes tab, your orientation tile, this is where all your Jumpstart trainings are going to be listed. So all the, all the enrollment mastery and making money with your message, all of that is there for you in your main ELA member site. It's also on your bonus programs like, the enrollment mastery, but it's all in one place now for you. These are the foundational trainings that we want you guys coming back around to and really working on, the things like your marketable program and making sure your niche message is clear. We really want to work these things, and then we're going to be diving into Facebook challenges and getting you guys up and running in your Facebook groups. So we're going to talk about that today, but make sure that you look at those foundational trainings and that you're going over those things in your Jumpstart sessions with your coaches. And we'll have some more announcements at 11, and that's it for right now. So I'm going to hand it over to Megan Neely.
Thank you, Shannon. I'm so happy to be here with all of you on this Jumpstart laser planning session. And one of the things I know is that when you have a plan, when you have a structure that you can lean into, then you stay out of overwhelm. And I just invite you to take a big breath right now and just exhale a sigh out. This is a good thing to remember anytime you're starting to feel like you're filling, when you're listening to a call or training, or you're working on some maddening technical thing behind the scenes, just remembering, I can do this. And this is why we really want to go over a master plan with you so that you can just choose one or two things to do. This is not about needing to do every single thing on the plan. You might do every single thing on the plan over the next year or two, but not all at once. You don't need to do everything all at once. So just remembering that piece, and I'm going to be sharing a handout with you and laying this out for you of some of the things that you can get started doing to begin to attract your audience and begin to attract more paying clients. All right, I'm going to go ahead and screen share with you here. The handout that we are working from is Leadership Master Plan and 5 different client attracting funnels. So we've got it up for you here. It's also in your library. And starting with the weekly videos. So having a weekly video is an easy way for you to get started in terms of reaching out to your potential clients. And, as Mary was speaking to 250 times, hopefully it won't take that long. Then when you do it weekly, that was my experience as well. The first time we had a video contest and I was in your shoes, I spent 8 hours because I was really committed to making the best video I could make. And what I learned over time is I made better and better videos if I just did it consistently, if I showed up consistently. It wasn't about getting it perfect the first time or the 20th time, but eventually they started to feel better and better for me and for my audience. So creating weekly videos on social media, streaming into a group, like a Facebook group, starting with your Facebook group is a really good strategy. And you can offer a couple things from that. So you can offer discovery sessions and just give them a link to your online scheduler, invite them into that free discovery session with you. And you can also invite them into a Facebook challenge as a next step. So you can also do free gifts. We'll talk about that as well a little bit, but just thinking about what's an invitation you can give them. And every time you do a video, let there be some kind of invitation, some kind of call to action. And sometimes that call to action may be a discovery session. And sometimes the call to action is just for them to post and respond and comment and like the video so that you're working on getting their engagement. Speaking is the next client attracting funnel strategy. And this is for you to start to land podcast interviews. You can book speaking engagements online and live. For some of you where you're living, live events are okay, some not still okay, but eventually they will be again. And so we know that these are two really important strategies of speaking live and online that attract your clients. And so having something on the calendar at least twice a month or monthly at minimum, that you're getting in the rhythm. Again, this is really the same as weekly videos. You getting in this practice, not the perfect, but the practice of feeling like, yes, I can show up and speak and be in front of a group of people, whether it's 3 people watching a Facebook Live or a handful of people in a live room with you. I've had some of our clients doing little gatherings that are socially distanced in a park right now. That's a possibility. Like, where do you feel comfortable? What feels good to you? And you can also get speaking engagements on radio shows, podcasts, and interviewing each other as well. So as you start your Facebook groups and you start to build your audiences, get connected with each other, you're going to need content. I know I'm so grateful. I host a podcast and I just had 3 people book interviews. And I know that that gives me 3 weeks of content when I have people book interviews. So that's exciting to me. Like, oh, I don't have to come up with content for those 3 weeks. People love to interview you, and it gives them something new to give their audience. So how can you be reaching out to people that inspire you and maybe have a little bit bigger following than you, but you're not reaching out directly to the podcast that has millions of downloads, but maybe the one that has 20 episodes, and starting there to start to build up your confidence. So when you're speaking, again, you want to offer a next step for people so they can engage with you. And that could be a discovery session. Again, that's a really easy one to offer. Just a link to your calendar. Go ahead and book that session so that someone listening who really likes what you're speaking to can have that one-on-one time with you. And then you could also offer a free gift. So jumping to a discovery session can sometimes feel like a big step for someone that's just listening to you or hearing you the very first time. So this is why having a free gift as a way for someone to just opt in and claim that checklist, claim that download a little more anonymously, just by putting in their email, but not by talking to you yet, can feel like a good next step. So having something to offer when you're speaking is essential. And the next thing is, if you start your Facebook group, you can of course always be talking about that. So if you were doing an interview, if I was being interviewed for Women Rocking Business, for instance, I'd be saying, oh, we have weekly free trainings in our Women Rocking Business Sisterhood. Just go search that on Facebook and you can find us there. We'll accept you to join the group when you apply, totally free. This week we did a training on, and then get to talk about it a little bit more. So that can be an easy ask, easy invitation to insert for people. And more advanced strategy is using these speaking engagements to fill up a longer event, a 3-day enrollment event. So just like you attended with us, I think all of you, most of you attended the 3-day online event that we just led. And this is a great way to meet your new clients. And it might be that you start with a 1-day event. We've had clients that start with putting on something that's 1 day and they have a couple guest speakers, and just using those shorter speaking engagements to fill that longer one, because when you're doing the short speaking engagements, you can give the invitation. So the next one is that 3 to 5 day video challenge, which is also similar to a speaking event and a speaking engagement. But this is something that you get to show up each day for 3 to 5 days. And I'm just going to scroll up so you can see the whole thing here. 3 to 5 day video challenge, where you get to show up and teach each day and have people coming back to you day after day and connecting. And I know Shannon's going to bring up a link for us in a moment here where we can also see where you'll find more information on this in your library. But the way it works essentially is you either plan those 3 to 5 day training, and then you promote that training, boost Facebook posts, boost a Facebook event, and offer discovery sessions from that training. So what we recommend is that you start with doing some posts on Facebook and just doing $10 to $15 a day. And Shannon's going to bring this up for you here. This is where you're going to find the training. Shannon, do you want to just speak to that? Oh, I think you're muted.
Thanks.
There we go.
It disappeared. We're in your classes tab in your member site, and you're going to go right down to this Facebook Challenges Launch Mini Course. So this orientation tile I mentioned at the beginning of the call, super important for your basics. And then we want you focusing over here on this Launch Mini Challenge, because that's what we're going over right now is some of these strategies that are really important. So go ahead, Megan.
Mm-hmm. Great. So when you're in that tile, you'll be able to see all the information for how to launch a successful Facebook challenge. And there are quite a few steps. So it's great to just watch these videos, follow along with the handouts. You can use Facebook Live videos, or you can use pre-recorded videos. But what we see is that the Facebook Live videos definitely get more traction, more attention. And it's awesome because you can engage with people. So as they're commenting, you can be speaking back to them, and that engagement really is important. So I would recommend practicing that, just going live if you can. And, the reason to not do that would be if you live somewhere, we've had some clients that live somewhere where their internet is just not stable, and it feels like too risky to do that. And so then doing a pre-recorded is going to be more secure. And I see some people have questions. We're definitely going to be opening it up to some questions, but I just want to get through the 5 strategies. So go ahead and yes, write down your questions, things that are popping up, so that you can see this overview first, and then we'll just open it to a few questions. All right, so I'm going to bring back up the handout here. So with the Facebook challenge, you're going to want to recruit a few affiliate partners, people that can share this challenge out, because when you're sharing it only to your audience or only to a little bit of a boost of $10 to $15 a day, it's not going to reach as far as if you got 3 to 12 other amazing women from this group, for instance, or friends and community, to be able to share this out to their community. So having those affiliate partners are key, and we do have trainings in the library for you around how to set up those affiliate partnerships, and we'll definitely be getting into that more this year. You can also adapt this to have it on other social media platforms for sure, but the training is really focused on being able to do it in Facebook and a Facebook group. And we recommend doing an offer for your discovery sessions on day 2 or about halfway through. So day 2 of a 3-day or day 3 of a 5-day is a great time to do that offer. And if it's a 3-day, you'll offer on the 2nd day and the 3rd day. And a 5-day, usually it would be day 3, 4, and 5 that you would make the offer. And the reason for that is not everyone is going to be there the whole way through, as much as you would love that. There's always going to be some drop off. And so when you get to make the offer multiple times, there's more of a chance that they're actually going to really see and hear everything that they need to be able to take that next step. And also, you want to provide something that creates engagement. And so a fillable workbook or is one way, as you've seen with us. So having a worksheet that they actually have a lot of blank spots in, you're not giving them all the answers just in a workbook, but you leave some pieces blank so that as you're training and as you're speaking, you can just have them filling in those pieces on their workbook. And you can also create challenges and games to create more engagement, like having someone post their own video, just like you've been doing in your group, or posting an image, or commenting back about something, but just creating some ways that they have to actually be responding and not just watching, because the more they're engaged, the more you also get to see, hey, who's here, who's paying attention, who's really wanting this. And it's amazing for you to get to feel and see that difference when people are engaged and leaning in. And this one, just note this, if it's done well, it's like 3 funnels in one, because notice that this is a speaking engagement and it's also videos. So the challenge is really like 3 different funnels in one, which is a great use of your energy and your time. And so you'll just want to check out those resources that Shannon was pointing you to. And also just get real about your conversion. So if Facebook challenges convert about 3 to 5% in the beginning, that's really good results. So let's say you get 50 people signed up and you get your next 1 to 3 clients from those 50 people, that's amazing results. So I just want to set that frame, because in the online space, you do need to have more people paying attention to get that conversion. Luckily, though, it is feeling a little bit different lately. There's some higher conversion because everyone's doing things online right now. And so people aren't looking for the in-person pieces as much. They're really focusing on online. So it's a great time for you to be getting online, getting in front of your audience, because people are paying attention now more than ever. But I just want you to be gentle with yourself, be easy on yourself about how many people you're converting. So if you have that goal of getting 50 people to pay attention and getting your next 1 to 3 clients, that would be a really solid goal. And Shannon's going to talk a little bit more about how to set those kind of goals for yourself later in the call. I'm going to jump over to number 4. Funnel number 4 option is a webinar and masterclass. And this is really a way for you to do a training that's similar to a Facebook Live. It might even be a Facebook Live that you're hosting it on, but it's usually a 90-minute to a 2-hour kind of more intensive training or a little workshop. And so you can send out social media promotions, you can boost a Facebook event, and then lead to a webinar from those places. And you can also do a free gift as an opt-in, and then have people get a follow-up email with the free gift and an invitation to the webinar. Another strategy is having affiliates promote your webinar. And you might want to do a combination of those things if you're really going to lean onto a webinar as the plan. So doing all the same things to fill a webinar that you would do to fill a video challenge. It's really the same steps. So that's what's great about it. Once you learn the strategies for one, you can translate them over to another system. And you can offer discovery sessions from the webinar or the masterclass, because usually, like I said, 1.5 to 2 hours long. We recommend that you offer discovery sessions if you're going to be offering a program that's over $2,000. So just set that as your bar. If it's under $2,000, you could do a paid offer, but what we see is there's higher conversion when you take that time to sit down with someone one-on-one and have the discovery session and really face any objections they have and answer their questions. Definitely goes better. But if you are offering a lower ticket paid program, you could definitely make a paid offer. And we've got those examples in your library for how to make an offer for discovery sessions and how to make an offer for a paid offer as well. So, and there's an option here also to offer a free gift before a paid offer. And this can increase that conversion and increase that feeling of them being connected with you. So we see when you have a little more steps, more touch points that people are engaging with you on, then they're more likely to say yes to working with you, because people need multiple touch points. Slides also help keep the attention moving toward the offer. And you can have slides throughout the whole masterclass, or slides just for the offer portion, but really having something that you can show them so it feels like a concrete thing. Like, here is what we're going to be doing. This is what it looks like to join me for the next 6 months or the next year. We've got a couple more advanced strategies here, so you can choose, again, pick and choosing which ones work for you. So enrolling 5 to 20 affiliate partners to promote for you over a 2-week period prior to the webinar. The more affiliate partners you have, especially if they have lower numbers, so in terms of someone having a smaller list size or a smaller social media following, then it's going to be better because they're going to add up. But often you can have people that have smaller list sizes or a smaller social media following that have a really engaged, passionate audience, and they really trust them and look for their recommendations. So don't discount people who have a smaller following. It can be a great way to connect, just get some more of them. And you can also do a strategy where you do the Facebook challenge 3 to 5 days, and then you do a webinar a couple days after that challenge. So you're following up with an additional training and you're building that momentum. And again, the touch points where people are getting to engage with you over time. All right. The last one here is the virtual summit. So the virtual summit is definitely a bigger project. And this is really one for having more affiliate partners and getting other people getting the word out for you. It's a multiple speaker interview series that you would host online. And you could host on Facebook or social media. You could also host it on something like Kajabi. I've done 2 summits, and I think that they're amazing list builds. It's a wonderful way to start to build up your mailing list, get people to opt in. And it's really important that you follow some of the strategies that we teach, because otherwise what can happen with a summit is you end up putting all that energy in and it's not directly connected to a program or offer. So it's really important that you have that. You're working backwards. You think about, here's my program, here's my offering. Now I'm going to reverse engineer it, build a summit that really serves people as a first step, and get experts to help promote it. But you also are remembering that you're really promoting yourself and your own offerings through the summit, not just those other speakers. So you want to incentivize them to be part of it and promote it. You might give them affiliate commissions for promoting, and they get to give free gifts often. So each time a speaker is interviewed, they're usually giving a free gift. So it's a great opportunity for them. And it really builds the energy, because usually a summit is done over the course of a little longer time. It might be 10 days or a week, something like that. And it can be really fast build because of that energy and because of the momentum of getting all of those speakers together that are in many cases going to have a much bigger following than you, but they're really excited to be there just to be with the other speakers who are being interviewed as well, and be promoted with them. So it's important that you choose a micro niche topic. So not something really broad, like, let's say like self-love, for instance, like in that realm of like, okay, well, who needs the self-love? What's it for? And if they're needing like stress reduction, and is it stress reduction for moms? Is it stress reduction for busy moms, single moms? Like, what is someone moving through that's really specific, so they know, yes, this training is for me. Oh, these experts have been gathered just for what I'm going through. That's when a summit really works well. And you can consider waiting to plan a virtual summit when you have some income from clients coming in to support you. Because what I found with the summit is it took me about 3 months of really dedicated planning and recording and back end creating. And so I really needed to have some clients already there that I was working with so that I wasn't stressed out as I was planning this. Of course, it would have taken me less time if I didn't have clients already at the same time, because then I would have had just all the time to do the summit. So you've got to know what your financial reality is. And if you've got something else to lean on, go for it. Yeah, put all your energy into a summit for a month. You could totally do that. But if you're working at the same time, it's going to be a little more stretched out process. So the other thing I would say about the summit is, if you start playing with this strategy, just be sure to position yourself as an expert among the experts, not just a host. So you are an expert too, and you get to join in the dialogue, keep it going both ways. You're not just interviewing them and getting their response to something. You're also adding in, oh yes, yeah, we know I work with that with my clients as well. And this is why this is why I think it works so well. You've got to have it go both ways, because otherwise if people only see you as the interviewer, it can lessen your credibility, and we don't want that. All right, we've got a few launch examples. I'm going to stop this share here so that Shannon, we can dive into a few of those launch examples, but I'm just wondering before we do that, I know that there was a couple people that had burning questions, and we could take a couple questions before we go into the launch examples. Does anybody still have Julia? Is that you? No, just moving. That's good too. All right, put up your little blue hand on the on the side here if you've got any. No? All right, we'll come back for some more questions, and I'll just pop up the launch examples here for you.
I'm going to just actually take us through these launch examples pretty quickly. They're pretty straightforward, but they're good. So example 1, this is about using weekly videos. It can also be weekly posts. So this example is you're making your weekly videos, and then you're offering your discovery sessions, or you're inviting them to book a session with you. And then in that session, your discovery session, you're converting into private clients. So when you're hosting weekly videos into your Facebook group, you can even host them on your Facebook pages if you're still getting your group going. You can put those, just get in the practice of doing weekly videos. Within about 2 months, Emily was able to get 18 discovery sessions but on her books. And from that, she pulled in 5 paying clients. So those paying clients are going to pay her $500 a month for 6 months of her private coaching at $3,000. So that resulted in $15,000 of income for her just by doing weekly videos and 2 discovery sessions. The second example here is a Facebook challenge launch. So this is about promoting your Facebook challenge. Just like Megan was telling you, you can get some partners, you can partner up and get some promotional partners to promote that Facebook challenge. And then in your Facebook challenge, you're going to offer your discovery sessions, and then you're going to enroll people into your group program from there. So in this example, Alicia had 200 women join her Facebook challenge. And then she made an offer for her discovery sessions, and she charges $500 a month for her 6-month love coaching intensive. And then she also has a VIP day that she was selling as well for $1,000. She also spoke on podcasts and had some students come on and be interviewed for her soulmate love recipe. So this is creative, right? She's doing her Facebook challenge. She's weaving some pieces together. So 7 people purchased her 6-month program at $500 a month, and 4 people purchased her VIP days at $4,000 a month. So that was $22,000 of income for her. Now, something to know, I just hear a question in here of like, is she offering both things at once? And I would say no, she's not offering both things at once. So that VIP day and that 6-month program, you're going to want to make sure that you're offering them one thing, and the thing that, is best going to fit them when they're in their discovery session with you. Remember, your offer is for your discovery session, and in your discovery session, you can choose whether or not they're a fit for that VIP day or the 6-month program. If you feel like they're not, totally ready for something longer, a VIP day is a great option to offer them. Cool. I'm going to just keep going here.
Thank you, Shannon. Yeah, so these are great examples, and we've got a couple more launch profit examples to go through from some of our other clients. And these were a couple more leverage level clients. And so I just want to show you what what they've been creating. So you could totally choose this path as well and grow into this. So Robin is in a health niche, hormone balance, and she went from a Facebook challenge to discovery sessions to offering a 6-month group program. So she offered monthly Facebook challenges into her natural solutions for hormone balance sisterhood. So this was a strategy that she did for about a year, I think about 14 months actually. And now she's shifted it a little bit to doing a challenge every other month that's a little bit longer. So one thing that I really saw Robin do well is she tested it out fully. She didn't just do it once and say, oh, that wasn't the results that I wanted, or, oh, it's not working the way I wanted. She did it about 14 times. So just want to make a plug for that. When you look at her testimonials or you're like, oh, that's so great, she's doing so well, she has definitely put in that dedicated time. And so monthly Facebook challenges into the natural hormone solutions sisterhood. She had 17 women enroll in the Heal Your Hormone 6-month program for $6,000 each. So that was $102,000. And many of those women just continued on in her program because she has ways for them to continue to a second level, second tier. So 102,000 was the minimum, and then she kept upselling them. So she was at about 8,500 a month from that strategy alone. Elizabeth, speaking and video to a 3-day live event launch example. So Facebook Live weekly videos into her group, building a Facebook group, Women's Holistic Business Network. She really focused on curating and building that group. And then weekly videos included in there also local speaking engagements. So this was last year, 5 local speaking engagements was part of her plan to fill a virtual event. So as she did that combination of Facebook group videos and the local speaking engagements, filling the event, she got over 100 people at the event and the Facebook challenge, and 37 of them signed up for a 6-month program. And it was a $2,800 program. So she made a total of $105,000 from just that strategy. And I know Elizabeth has gone on to launch again a second time in that year and then double it. So this is also a good point to think about. This is one launch. This is one strategy. You can do multiple launches in a year. So it's not limited to only one launch in a year. You can decide, well, what are you wanting to create? And if it's a 6-month program, especially, you'll want to plan for a launch happening twice a year. So just thinking about those things in advance. And then we've got an example from Sage as well here for her virtual summit example. So virtual summit leading to an upgrade package with an event ticket included in that upgrade. And then to offer a $10,000 9-month group program. So Sage grew her list to 10,000 people after her second virtual summit, and 225 people bought the $97 upgrade, and that included a ticket to a 2-day live event and some special after party bonus calls. 75 people attended the event with that upgrade ticket, and 20 of them purchased the $10,000 program. 225 people purchased the $97 upgrade. So that alone made $22,500, and then 110 tickets of the 225 claimed to the event, 75 attended. So this is something important to recognize. So 225 people paid for the ticket, but 110 people actually showed for the event. So it was a 60% show rate. And this is really common, that everyone who buys a ticket for something doesn't actually show up, doesn't actually attend. And one of the things you'll be learning from us in the training sessions is really how to boost that attendance and get as much attendance as possible. The 20 people purchased that $10,000 9-month coaching program. And so that was $200,000 of income for a total of $225,000 or about $25,000 a month. So there's a summit example for you. And that was second year, so second virtual summit. So we're going to get into a little bit of a master planning. And before we jump into that and really claiming what your plan is, I want to have Shannon talk a little bit about how to really set powerful goals.
Awesome. Yes. Goal setting. You know, there are some things in your success tracker to pay attention to around setting your goals. So what I'm about to go over, you can definitely pull up your success tracker. Just a side note, if you haven't gotten your success tracker already, it's in your coaching tab, because your coaches are going to be using those success trackers to get all the nitty gritty of your program details and goals to help track with you all year. So make a note right now to go get your success tracker copied and set up in your coaching notes tab. Okay, so what we have, what the goals that we're talking about are called SMART goals, SMART being the acronym. So the first thing that we're going to do is for S, we're going to do specific. Get specific on your goals. Okay, so this is how many clients are you looking to enroll? Be really specific about that. If you know that you have a $3,000 income that you want to reach, you know, as an immediate cover the bases, and you want to charge $500 for your program, you know that I should be able to do this in my head, but not when I'm in the middle of training. Let's see. 3,000 divided by 500 is, somebody give that to me. Oh, 6, thank you. 6 people. So you know that your first goal would be 6 clients paying you $500 to reach your $3,000 goal. So be really specific about this. The next one is M for measurable. We want your goals to be measurable. So what this means is not just how many clients you need, but how many discovery sessions do you need? So you're probably going to need at least 3 times the amount of discovery sessions that you're going to need for actual paying clients, right? So you might be converting for every 3rd discovery session you have, you would convert 1 client. That's pretty average in the beginning as you're learning and selling and using the GROW model. So if you want 6 people, you're going to want to shoot for 18 discovery sessions, getting 18 discovery sessions on the book. Okay. Even more importantly is you can't totally control how many discovery sessions are going to get booked for a given event. So you want to focus on the things that you can control. This is super important when you're just getting started. So it helps you feel like you're in control of the outcomes around the things that you can control, rather than feeling out of control all the time about how you're getting your clients. So be sure to set your goals around things that you can control, like how many videos are you willing to do to get those 18 discovery sessions? Are you willing to practice the GROW conversation once a week with your buddies to get even better at it? Are you willing to get a boosted event up for your video challenge within 3 weeks? These are things that you can actually measure and be in control of. So I want you to keep that in mind, your measurable goals. The next one we have is for A, it is, A is for attainable. A is for attainable. These are attainable goals. So while I will totally celebrate with you your first $25,000 launch or month, woo woo, and I want you to have your special bill where you wrote that down up as something that's pulling you forward, I want your goals that you're setting right now to be attainable. So we do we do bronze, silver, and gold. And we really are going for the bronze goal first, because once we reach the bronze goal, we know we've reached our goal. And then everything above that, silver and gold, that's like shooting for stars. We love those. Those pull us forward towards that bigger goal. So really make sure that you have your bronze goal somewhere that feels reachable for you right now. The next one in SMART is R for being relevant. R is for relevant, relevant goals. Focus on building your business. Don't make this a hobby or a project, right? Like a side project. I know a lot of you have been doing this for a couple of years, and you're just coming around to now going, okay, I'm ready to take this seriously. I also know many of you have other jobs or streams of income that you're using right now to support you. And so those things can totally happen, but make sure that your goals are relevant. Make sure that you're prioritizing these things, because you can always rearrange and renegotiate your other responsibilities. And I really recommend that you take a hard look at that, because you want to be in leadership around really setting these goals and taking these goals seriously for yourself in building your business. The last piece here for T is T stands for time bound. Do you guys see that one? There we go. Time bound. So give yourself some deadlines, make yourself accountable, set it up with your buddy. Choose a by when you're going to do this. By this date, I'm going to have, 4 videos posted, or I'm going to, have by this date, I'm going to have, 3 referral partners lined up for my video challenge, or I'm going to have practice the grow conversation 4 times by this date. Make these things time bound so that you can actually get them done. Okay, good. So super hot goal setting. We're going to go through a brief section here before we take a few questions and then join our larger group and Sage. They're going to be hopping on this line. So we're going to take a 5-minute bathroom break or bio break here right at 10:55. So Megan, what do you have for us as we wrap up today in this master?
So we have just one more piece for you to do here. I'm going to share this with you, hopefully. No, that's not working. One moment. So there we go. So we're going to do a little master planning brainstorm with you. Shannon is going to get a post up on your Facebook page inviting you to consider what is your next step. So are you going to make a weekly video? Are you going to go for a Facebook challenge? Are you going to go for a masterclass? So we recommend choosing one of those as your next step, not going for the summit as the right next step. That could be on the future plan for you, but which one is your next step? And then a title for that Facebook challenge or webinar or masterclass or your next video that you're going to share. What's that title? And we also encourage you to set a goal. So just like Shannon was talking about, what you can be in control of is really the steps that you're taking. You can't be in control of how many people actually attend or buy, but you can have this intention of how many clients you want to get, whether they're private clients or group clients. As you claim that, you also know how many affiliate partners you might want to get lined up to be able to move towards that action. How many masterclasses or Facebook Lives or a challenge do you need to put in place to be able to reach those goals? And keep in mind, at Women Rocking Business, we use the bronze, silver, and gold goals here. So this is a really important piece, because if you only set the gold goal, it's like, that's the highest standard. I want this, I want to reach this. Then you can feel like, oh no, if I didn't get 10 people and that's what I said my goal was, then I failed or somehow didn't work. So we encourage you to set a bronze goal first, which is really what you know you can do. Like what you know without a doubt, you can do it, and you are going to keep going until you get there. The silver goal is stretching out beyond what you know you can do. It's pushing your edges a little bit and may cause you to show up for extra videos, or lean into opening up more time on your calendar for discovery sessions, reaching out to some podcast hosts to get booked on there. The gold goal is really like, oh, wow, it would be mind blowing if I could create this, if I could have this many clients. What would be possible in your life? What would shift in your life if you reach that gold goal? So you want to keep these in mind, because then you'll know what the next steps are for your planning. So Shannon, do you want to show them where that is on the Facebook page?
So you're going to go to your Facebook group. It's in your announcements tab right here. It's green with leaves. And then be sure to check that first comment. That's where I've put it in, the reminder for your pieces that you have there on your handout.
Beautiful. All right. So we look forward to seeing those posts, your next step, and recommend that you get that done while you're here on the call today. So you're just claiming and not worried about making it perfect and like, oh, I need to plan this all out. But you're going to be here for the next 2 hours as well for the call after we take that 5-minute break. And I know there was a few questions. So some of the questions may have to wait to go into the next larger group call when Sage arrives. But I'm just going to pop over to the first hand I saw go up, Pamela Rianero. What's your question, Pamela? If you're ready. If not.
Just a quick note, ladies, that I saw a few questions about the notes on the SMART goals, and I'm going to post them on Facebook for you now.
Great. Okay, I'm going to come back to you, Pamela. Marcia, what's your question?
Hi, Megan.
Hello.
So I have a challenge scheduled to start next week, Monday. I got sick this week, and so I did not promote it the way I wanted. How long in advance would you recommend for us to market a challenge? And how can we use our testimonials from past challenges to help us?
Yeah, so you can definitely, ideally, you'd be marketing it for about a week in advance. And so I hear that it wasn't flowing as you hoped it would. And you can always go ahead and even do the same challenge again. If you feel like, oh, this didn't get enough traction, you might just shift the title slightly and then run it again.
Would you recommend delaying it, maybe pushing it back a week?
Yeah, well, how many people do you have registered?
I don't have any yet because I haven't marketed yet, so I can
Okay, so if you haven't and it starts on Monday, then I would say yes, just push it back a week, and then you'll give yourself that time to really go for it in the promotions. It'll be more worth your time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how could I use testimonials, Megan?
Yeah, so you can use the testimonials as stories when you're doing your lives, when you're doing the videos. I would share those testimonial pieces, just talking about some of those clients. And ultimately, you can ask some clients to make little videos just on their phone for you that are like a minute, 90-second videos that you can post on your website or on the landing page so that people can watch those videos.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you. Great questions. Thank you. And let's see. I saw another hand here. Wait, everybody's moving around. Janice, I see your hand. What's your hand? What's your question?
Hey, hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey. Okay, cool. So I have a question about the Facebook challenges sort of versus. Is it okay to ask that question here?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm a little stuck, and for some reason my brain can't get past it. It is when I'm in my Facebook regular page, moving people into a group, right, or a challenge, right? Do those videos, are they the same, or do I have to do them differently, like different videos for each thing, or is it cool to just? I mean, do you notice any trends around that?
So you can do, so on your Facebook page, your business page, is that what you're talking about?
Sure, yeah.
So on your business page, you can do a short video promoting your challenge. So it might be just a 2-minute video talking about the challenge, saying, hey, sign up here, join our group here, put the link below to join the group. And then when people join your private Facebook group, that's where you would host the challenge videos so that they can be in that group in that container, because then people are more likely to share and reveal and feel more comfortable.
So actually what I meant was, I was thinking that there's a group and then a challenge. So the two different things.
The challenge
And
happens
so,
in your group. Right.
Okay. Oh, okay. The challenge happens in the group. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And one other question that I was curious about, because I think I'm just complicating things, and that is, I have seen people do an invite-only challenge, which is kind of, in a way, a nice approach to like having a touch point with someone, because you have to get to know them a little bit more. Do you notice anything about that, or do you think that that's just
So the reason, I mean, if you did something like that, you would have to already know everyone. And if you have a Facebook event or a listed, or if you were listing on Eventbrite, the great thing is about that, you'll have ways to just have people go ahead and claim their ticket right there. And so you want to get to know people that you don't already know. That's ideal. And then if you want to have a masterclass or a special thing after that, that's only for the people who are at the challenge, you could share that with them and have like a private next step. That's just for those folks.
okay?
Yeah. And
Thank
I
you.
recommend looking, yeah, you're welcome, Janice. Great questions. And I recommend really going through the whole Facebook challenge training. And for all of you who have questions popping up, I know there's more questions about the Facebook challenge. That's really the best next step, is to go through those training videos, focus on that, so that you really get a handle on how the whole structure runs for the Facebook challenges. And I know that we're going to take a little quick bio break here before Sage pops on, because you've got another 2 hours, and you'll have plenty more training with her here.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, so give yourself a moment to stretch and get water and do whatever you need to feel present and engaged and ready for these next 2 amazing hours, where you'll be here with Sage and Shannon as well. And Shannon's going to put on some dance break music for you, so you can just take these few minutes to pause, and we are going to, Shannon, you can go ahead and pause the recording or stop the recording so you can restart it for the next round. I believe you are the host.
Awesome.